Hi VC, Cindy here. This is a contest entry for Eric Weinbender's music, movie, and money contest. And so this week I picked one of my favorite movies from the 80s that I want to share soundtrack music from. So my movie selection is Valley Girl. Such a classic, iconic, totally tripendicular movie for sure. And of course, it's about Julie, who's very cool, Randy, who's hot. She's from the valley, he's like not. So it's a boy meet girl story and their tragic love affair, and will they end up together? Will they not? And just a awesome movie. She's a preppy, he's a punk. Just so many things going on for it. It has a great movie soundtrack that unfortunately I do not own. I would love to own the soundtrack to Valley Girl, but it's been kind of aloof for me. I've heard stories about it that when the soundtrack was originally supposed to drop, it was just in limited release. There was problems with copyright and royalties, and in the movie, in the credits, there are songs listed that weren't actually in the movie because they just couldn't afford it. So I know that several CDs have came out with music from the soundtrack, but I would love to own the original soundtrack, or maybe it eventually will get re-released. That would be awesome. So today, with any favorite movie soundtrack, maybe you unknowingly start collecting albums that feature songs that was on that soundtrack. So that happens to be the case with me today. So the first one that I want to share, I usually don't buy 12-inch singles, but when I saw this one in the record store, Johnny, Are You Queer? It had to go home with me. So if anyone's seen the movie, this is a iconic song from the Valley Girl soundtrack. Really great album. So very fun, very tongue-in-cheek. I love the pop art going on this. Great song. And Josie Cotton, this is not the only song by her in the soundtrack. She also has a few other songs, and those songs came off of Josie Cotton Convertible Music. And let me see what's on here. Johnny, Are You Queer is on here, of course, and He Could Be the One was also in the movie. And this is a gold stamp promo copy that I was able to score. So very fun album, great. Probably not a lot of people have heard of Josie Cotton, but if you've seen the Valley Girl soundtrack, she's in there. She's playing at the prom, the dance, and so really great music. So another great artist that's featured in the Valley Girl soundtrack are the Plimsouls. And this is such an awesome album. This is wonderful. It has the song A Million Miles Away, which is one of my favorite songs, but there's other songs featured on this album. Everywhere at Once, Oldest Story in the World, that are also featured on the soundtrack. And this came out in 83, the same year as the movie. And it's a gold stamp promo also. Great classic kind of alternative rock type thing. The next album is one from 1982, Men at Work. And this is Business as Usual. And the song that's featured in the Valley Girl movie is Who Can It Be Now? and many of you probably remember that song. But really great album. This has been with me since it came out in 1982. I think it must have been a present or something for a birthday or Christmas. Great album. I love it. So really good here. And an album that I recently picked up that I've been wanting for a long time. When the movie Valley Girl came out, that was my favorite song off the soundtrack. I love the song. One of my all-time favorite songs. And that is Modern English and their song I'll Melt With You. And this is their album After the Snow. And I just recently picked it up. I went big, went for the super vinyl at 200 grams, and just really excited to finally add this album to my collection. I'll Melt With You, just such an iconic song from the 80s, and really, when I think of the Valley Girl soundtrack, that's the first song that I think of. And then the last album that I have that was featured on the Valley Girl soundtrack would be the Psychedelic Furs. And this is Forever Now. Of course, this is a reissue. I don't have the original from 82, which had a different cover than this. But the song that was featured on there is Love My Way. The Psychedelic Furs were on a lot of great soundtracks from the 80s. They're just an awesome group. So, of course, Psychedelic Furs. So this is just a really quick entry. You know, thank you, Eric. You have an awesome channel. I really enjoy watching your videos when I have the time. Some of your videos run a little long, so I have to set off some time, but always an enjoyable view when I do get a chance to watch it. If you haven't checked out Eric Weinbender's channel, please go over there and check it out. And thank you for watching my video. Have a great day. Bye.